It does look good.
All right.
I'm gonna hit the generic.
Intro.
Yeah, the generic intro. Yeah, back again. It's DJ Slider Bite on the Slider Cast, and I got my buddies. I got a full house today. I got a full house today, so it's gonna be pretty good.
It's 4 people. You need 5 for a full house.
This is a full house. Shut up. That's real. You're too technical. This is technically a full house. So with the situation I got going on, this is up and coming studio and shit.
Straight.
Up and coming studio, but everybody introduce yourself. I'm not one of those podcasts that won't introduce anybody, so everybody introduce themselves.
Oh, okay. Me first.
Okay.
My name is Catherine. Hi. People call me Cat, so just call me Cat. Hi. Merry Christmas, everyone. This is so exciting.
Oh, you're gonna date the show like that, but it's all right. You don't have a Twitter handle or Instagram handle that you do? Is your Instagram private?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't have Instagram, y'all.
No,
Yeah,
sorry.
because there's a lot of people.
I'm not trying to be an influencer yet.
There's a lot of people in the Philippines that listen to my shit, so it's
In the Philippines.
yeah, they'll be all over your shit.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, not understanding the word they're typing, but they will. They will send you some dollars through the Cash App.
Get you some Hispanic Asian penis. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus. That's funny as hell. All right, I'll let that ride. Let me see if I can hit a button for that. Is that a? Oh no.
All right. We working out the kinks, folks.
Yeah, no, we had the kinks. I got sound effects on my other bay, so it's all right. Let's everybody introduce themselves. You introduce yourself. You're talking the most.
Oh, my fault. What's up? The person's been talking this whole time. I apologize. My name is Stephen Curry. How's it going? You're a friendly neighborhood barber and comedian, I guess. I guess if you want to follow me, what's up, Philippines? Shout out. Follow me at Stephen the Comic on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Megan Loftus. Try not to find me, please and thank you. This is my first podcast.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, so thank you so
Yes.
much.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like very exciting.
No, okay. Wait, hold on. One more time. Say first podcast. No, it's all right. So you don't have an Instagram that you're trying to promote?
No, thank you.
Oh, we're trying to get famous on this bitch. What is this? All right.
I'll just let you get famous. That's fine.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
about you.
off the backs of other people. Yeah, that's fine. All right.
Tailcoats.
Wait.
Grouping tight.
So do I get a cut of his interview?
Yeah, you may. Yeah,
Gotta drop
Vlad.
some exclusives, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do gotta.
Full name.
You do gotta say some shit that I can't hear anywhere else though. You do gotta say some crazy shit like that. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Adam and Eve sponsor me.
that's funny. There are some people that will sponsor people though. They sponsor a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. All right.
Hey, buy my NFTs. You feel me?
Okay. I gotta
That's
do
the
an
new
NFT.
shit right now, bro. I'm trying to get some of that.
An NFT. What do you have an NFT of? What is it?
Nothing yet, but that's gonna be my comedy album. It's be an NFT, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna sell like 1,000.
That's all you need.
What is an NFT?
NFT is a non-fungible token. Fungible means like it can't be copied or duplicated. It's like totally original. Like, oh yeah, but like say like an art piece, like you can't replicate like the original Mona Lisa. You can, but you know what I'm saying. You can't remake it completely better than the original. So it's like not fungible. That's what fungible means. Like can't be duplicated.
So it's a copy.
Yeah, no, just like an original piece,
Isn't it?
but it like had that you can add value to.
Is it a form of? It's not a form of currency, is it?
It can be. No, you can attach cryptocurrency to it.
Yeah, I mean it can be. Somebody hit the crickets, but no, it's no, it can't. No, it totally can be. Right now, I don't really understand it to make it shorter or funny. I just know it's like a digital file that's worth money.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it seems
Yeah,
like.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can do it with our comedy. I hate to sound like an amateur because I don't want to disappoint my fans. What's the shortest comedy album you've ever heard? or someone can put out. Usually people put out an album like an hour.
The 30-minute ones on like Comedy Central, they had the little 30-minute ones.
Is that an album or is that just a special? I feel like it's a
more
special.
Special, right?
I
didn't know what the difference is.
I do know there was a special.
Usually audio recorded or something.
There was a special on Comedy Central a couple years ago. It was hosted by Ari Shafir. It was called "This Is Not Happening," and every comic would get on a stage. I think it was like actually in a strip club. Because there was like a pole in the background. They would get on a stage with a pole in the background, and each set would be like 10 minutes. I don't know if that's the same thing, but
Okay.
yeah, it would tell like a cool story or.
I mean,
just
was
a comedy
was it
set.
dope?
Yeah, I would say it was dope.
I remember seeing it. Were you there,
What?
or
No,
did you
it was
just remember it?
I was watching it. It was on Comedy Central for a
Yeah, I
little bit.
remember those.
And I think it got canceled. Well, Ari Shafir left because he's problematic.
Too many black people were there. What? I don't know. It's Ari
he
Shafir was the guy that said
probably touched some titties or
that he said the bullshit about Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally the very next day, or the same day that he died.
Yeah,
He was just like going on Twitter, just being like "fuck you, Kobe," or I don't remember the exact thing that he said.
No, he was just like, I'm glad someone died or something like that. And I was just like, that's very insensitive to say.
Oh, you're so
Yeah.
edgy.
I mean, he is. That's his thing.
Yeah, sometimes people do that when it's not. It wasn't. I want to hear funny, edgy. I want to hear
Yeah, there's funnier stuff that didn't make people get canceled.
Yeah.
So I mean, also those are the memes you see are like anonymous posters, but for the most part.
I mean, that kind of edgy just reminds me of like middle school or high school boys. Like teenage boys are fucking idiots. And
Your mom goes to college.
Or like, do you remember that? Do you remember that Donald Glover special where he was talking about how kids can be mean? He was just like talking. What was it? Oh yeah, and that's why your mom's in a wheelchair.
That's funny.
Yeah, that that's that kind of humor where it's like, oh, if I just say something offensive, therefore it's funny, right? No.
Sometimes it is. Have you seen the meme with the English kids and the kid is like, and your mom paid £10 for a male stripper, and like everybody laughs and shit.
Nah, I haven't seen that shit.
Okay.
It's sort of the timing too, or like the surprise of it. Like the wheelchair, you didn't see them coming with the wheelchair because you can't see anybody when they're telling the jokes. Because that particular comedian told a joke about and we don't know who they were talking about. But then when he said wheelchair, we're like, oh, that's pretty fucked up. But when it comes to the other part, the timing surprise of it, the timing of it, we made a joke. I don't know, they would be like Kobe, and you miss, and it's like, well, his helicopter didn't miss or something. Well, I don't know,
Oh, that one's petty. No,
Yeah, I don't know. It's not good, but
yeah, that one was
terrible.
Yeah, that one was bad.
No, it's still too soon, but it's still
Hey,
just a
man.
bad joke.
It will always be too soon.
No, nothing's too soon, but it was.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
no, just the skill.
Yeah, I guess a bit. Yeah, it's always too soon for a bad joke. But no, you can say something funny about Kobe. I like it was being from Detroit. We never really liked Kobe, and so but I respected him though. But I remember I thought we were going to lose that finals, which the Detroit Pistons won. I hate when people say we. Like, are you a part of the team? Like, even if you're from the city, you're not. It's a we. Well, I guess I can say we.
Support is very important.
I was supporting them though. I was ready. Rasheed Wallace and everybody. And
He just always seemed, because I'm not into sports, he always just seemed like another famous person to me. I just knew he was very admired and taken seriously.
I got to give it some context to the viewers. Megan is just a little bit younger to say that she's never seen Kobe Bryant play basketball.
Yeah,
That's basically what she said.
What, 24? Yeah.
Oh no, to her defense, she could live in a world where nobody gives a fuck about basketball.
I do get to live in that world.
That's true.
Yeah.
Soccer's coming up.
Which is a
That
good.
was my first thought.
Yeah, no, that's a good world to live in too. So, but because you didn't grow up trying to make it to the WNBA, probably.
Oh, no.
Yeah, even though you could have made it, I think you got hops.
Thank
So,
you. Well,
I don't know. I see Megan's family being more of like a football family, but only like on Thanksgiving.
Okay. Yeah. But they know about the rules and shit.
Right, they know the rules and
Like,
Who's
protect my
playing?
son. Her son's out there and
It
shit.
is true. My little brother plays lacrosse on scholarship. He's a great kid.
Uh-oh. That's funny. Usually kids get into lacrosse when they're not big enough for football.
Yeah.
But
They're
no.
big enough.
But I respect lacrosse though. I like you can hit each other with that stick though, with the little stick they use.
Yeah, he comes home with bruises from the sticks. It's like a little aluminum, I guess.
Are they from the sticks or are they from his significant other? Because he could be getting his ass beat.
Yeah.
Domestic violence happens to men.
Yeah, I can.
It's very true. I
Yeah.
wrote a joke about it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Is it yours or is it somebody famous?
No, nigga, I said I wrote a joke about
Oh,
it.
you did? Okay. I didn't know. I thought you said I remember. I'm sorry.
No.
I
I
didn't
was
hear.
so ready to have a serious conversation. Like, Steven, are you okay? Do you need somebody? I'm here for you, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it did happen to me. Some chick was beating me, and I got out of that relationship, and I wrote a joke about it.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. See, that's why I want to be a talk show host. I set you up perfect for that. Like, what if we were like Billy Carson or some shit? Like that'll be. Then you can just go into your bit, and then I'm sitting at the desk, and then you promote whatever shit you got coming out. Stephen Curry, I'm the scat man. You know, whatever the fuck.
Ski butterboat.
Yeah, see.
Butterboat.
And then that shit's coming out January 19th. You know, like get that shit Malcolm X's birthday. Buy my shit too. You know, like or that's not Malcolm X's birthday. It's probably Martin Luther King's birthday or
It's
something like
Martin
that.
Luther King's.
Yeah, I know it was somebody black's birthday. I don't know. It's some.
Malcolm X is never getting a holiday.
Yes, he. I mean, he's got a whole college.
Yeah, but that's a college. I'm talking
Oh,
about like a
Martin
federal
King.
holiday.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, no,
Here's
it's
to
not.
revolutionary.
Yeah.
We don't need federal holidays as long as you got the college.
Man, shit, nigga, we could use some more days off in America. What the fuck you talking about?
Nobody need no days off. You just work for yourself. Why are you trying to get a day off, man? This grind never stops. The grind never stops.
Nigga,
fuck
breaks
that.
are important.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah, breaks are important.
Breaks
Mental
are
health
important.
is important.
Yeah, mental health is very important.
I mean,
during the day.
you know what?
I don't, people, you
I
guys
mean,
hear
I
this
don't have
bullshit.
mental
You
health
guys hear
issues.
this bullshit.
You sound so boomer right now. You know what I love about millennials and Gen Z, right? Is that when I'm sorry, yeah. I'm bringing up generations. Is that when they hate a job or they feel like a job is just like ruining detrimental to their mental health, they're just like, nope, I'm done. I quit this bitch, and they do.
I can't get a job. I've only the longest I've stayed at a job ever was like 2 years, and I only worked on weekends there.
Oh, 2 years is enough. Like
Yeah.
no one from
Oh.
our generation is going to be working at a fucking warehouse. No offense to anybody,
That's-
at a warehouse for 30 plus years.
Second longest job I had was like 2 jobs at the same time for 10 months, and then those were both like both of those were like somehow less than 5 years ago, but like over 3 years ago.
I do want to apologize to the people I know from Michigan that have worked in factories for at least 12 years so far. Maybe not 30, but
Yeah.
12. But they were factories that don't pay as much as factories used to, though. So I'm not saying like they ball in or nothing like that. But I know some people that paid in there and people that got me.
That's absolutely okay if they're actually getting paid a good wage and they're happy with that job and it's giving them like the financial stability that they need in a home and whatever. That's totally cool.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like the jobs that like underpay you, overwork you. If you don't like it, people just quit, and
No.
I think that's cool.
I was about to jump on. I'm about to give you a point too, and then like Megan might like it. I worked at a factory for 2 weeks and it was fucking terrible.
I worked at a factory for 10 months. No, I worked at FedEx for 10 months. I stuffed vans.
Oh,
It's very,
FedEx.
It is a belt. There is a belt, but like not a do things, not put together things.
I worked in a hot factory.
I worked at a warehouse for 2 days.
Okay.
I quit instantly. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck this.
I used to run warehouses when I was in the military, but I worked at this one warehouse for like a day,
yeah.
bro. It's like one of those day labor jobs. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a whole bunch of Mexicans there, like fucking
A warehouse?
yeah. It was
With
like
Mexicans?
shit ton of them
So like you
niggas.
guys would just hire them for the day?
Yeah, like you go to like a yeah,
The military?
Like
yeah,
the 5 a.m. place?
yeah, little staffing joints. Yeah,
Staffing okay.
It's like when I first-
Colorado. Yeah.
It's like when I first got here, I did that shit, bro.
Are you working from like 5 a.m. till like 6 p.m. or something?
Man,
So you
it's-
show up at
it's like
5 a.m. to get the job, and then they send you out by 7.
Were they
Yeah.
bossing you around?
You said what?
Were they bossing you around?
Nah, they showed you what to do. It's like we had to fucking like make displays for like grocery stores or like cookies and shit. I don't want to say like the company it was, but we was making like cookie displays.
That's racist.
And that shit was like backbreaking, bro. I was like, nigga, I ain't built for this shit. Slavery ended, motherfucking, almost 200 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I mean, it depends how you look
we
at it.
done.
There's this Goodwill.
Uh-oh.
I was working in the back, and it was like they did these trash cans like filled with stuff, and like people would donate them in these giant bins, and then they dump them into these giant bins. Like half of it's like broken glass and broken dolls, and the people that come, they'd like serve these giant trays of stuff in these giant blue bins, and like they try to separate them the best they could, like clothes to toys to cookware, like as best as you could, and then we push them in and out, and people would come with like gloves on and like eyeglasses to search through the stuff to buy it, and then everything that was done after the hour would be thrown in the trash.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then like you had to like throw it all in the trash with your gloves and like it was a hazard. But, yeah.
No, that sounds funny. I like how Kat is the most comfortable. I've readjusted 4 times. Y'all are sharing a mic. I don't know. This is...
Because they're in love. They're sharing germs, and they love it.
Oh, I got a little mic cover if they want to do
Pheromones.
that. But no, that's all right. That's all right.
Yep,
So
it's
which-
pheromones.
So did which movie did y'all see? Y'all just came from the movies.
Oh, the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, Spider-Man,
It was
No Way Home.
It
That shit was
so
dope.
good.
Are we going to name this podcast the Spider-Man review?
Nah, we ain't doing
I don't
that.
want to. No, and also I don't feel cool.
I-
I feel
yeah.
like in order for me to like properly review it, I would have to spoil it, and I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, they
Well, how are we spoiling it? It's been out for 2 weeks. I've already.
It's still soon
Yeah,
enough.
some people ain't seen
That's
it.
whack. I'm gonna talk about
I-
all of this shit.
I literally heard.
For a month.
I don't know if this
Who
is true.
says that?
It's like as long as people need to. Like, it takes for everyone to see a movie.
Hey, in business,
For
you can't wait
everyone?
on people like that. I'm trying to
I
get
know.
clicks.
Well, they go on the internet.
I'm trying to.
Go
I don't
ruin it
know
on
if this
Twitter.
is true, but somebody apparently like spoiled some shit on the internet, and they got doxxed. So I ain't doing that shit.
I don't know. It's been out. Everybody knows what's going on. They know about all the people who are in it. They know who's not in it.
To be fair, I don't care. I guess
Yeah,
You
you weren't even there. Were you
Yeah,
there?
you weren't even there, man.
I know I wasn't there. That's why I said I
Yeah.
don't care. So you guys
Okay.
can tell me.
All right. Oh no. All
Yeah,
right. I
ruin it
thought you
for
were.
me.
I thought you were dissing it. But
No feelings about it.
okay. No, that's good. Well, Spider-Man gets his dick chopped off. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For the
No.
And
kids.
there's a Mexican.
His other web shooter, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. How do you say Spider-Man in Spanish?
Other web shooter. Oh.
El hombre de la araña.
El hombre
Hombre
del
del
Dead.
el
araña.
araña.
I thought it was gonna sound sexy, and it don't.
No,
No, it is sexy.
that's why like if you watch any Spanish dubbed Spider-Man, it's just like El Spider-Man. They just do it the Spanglish thing.
I would keep it what you just said. Araña.
The
Araña.
man of the spider. It's not. It doesn't have the
Hell
same
yeah.
ring to
That
it.
says exactly what the fuck it is,
The
though.
man of the spider.
Yeah.
Spanish people explain shit exactly what it is, or they don't do it at all. That's what I've noticed.
Have you ever heard of this comic book? I'm just kind of changing this up. I mean, it's still Spider-Man, but
Yeah, you're gonna. I mean, Alright.
it's a Spider-Man who like dies by spiders, and he's control, and then his body is replaced by these conscious spiders, and it's really fucking gross.
so it
but
has
it's-
nothing to do with Marvel. That's not Marvel.
maybe it is,
Or maybe it's like
Marvel.
a different interpretation, like you know how you do like
Yeah.
variant comics.
It's very,
sometimes.
it's very
Variant
disturbing.
comics.
Yeah, it's like all right, this is a different version of Spider-Man from like a different universe type shit.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
like
comics.
Russian Superman. That's-
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Russian Superman. Which would be scary as fuck if you think about it.
What? Why are we fake scared of Russians?
Nigga, because they
Because
got
of-
different agendas
because
than
of
we
the
do,
80s.
motherfucker.
What are you talking about? Like they come over here and play hockey and they're good people.
Yeah, I mean, but like, that doesn't mean like their fucking government doesn't want to make moves around the country.
Their government doesn't
Putin
want
is
to
a
do
scary
anything.
ass
I mean,
man.
everybody's did some conquering type shit throughout the world. You think Russia don't want to like make some moves around the world and conquer some shit?
No, Russia done already did everything they want to do, man. They just want to play hockey, bro, and they just want the KHL to be respected.
The who?
The KHL. I don't know what that stands for. I think it's Kremlin. I want to say Kremlin. I want to. I don't want to
Kremlin
offend the Kremlin Hockey League.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the name of their National Hockey League? Kremlin?
Yes. Which you can still see Pablo Datsyuk today. You know who that is?
Can't say that I did.
He's one of the best hockey players to ever play for the Red Wings.
How
I'm not
old
saying
is
the
he?
best because Gordie Howe is up there.
How old is he?
Probably in his upper 30s.
Oh, that's what's up.
You know how it is.
Yeah, still skating. That's what's up though.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's why I got on my skates over there. I'm still skating.
You play hockey for real?
That's the goal. I'm learning how to skate right now.
For sure.
So yeah, that's the goal. And then I work out with the hockey sticks.
All right.
So that's how I do my warm ups.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
We need more brothers on the ice.
Yeah.
I can skate backwards.
You
And
can
in-
skate backwards?
Yeah, and figure skates and hockey skates.
Okay. You got to teach me.
Yeah, I can because I'm actually really good at teaching people. So you start off like
You about to do it on
you're
the
riding.
podcast? Mm-hmm. What about the truck drivers that listen to me? They're going to stop the truck? Well, I don't know. How's this going to work?
Hey, man, she's a figure skater, bro. She's just like,
I got a question that people can talk. Do the figure skating skates have edges like the hockey skates? You know how hockey skates have the
No,
inside
but-
blades and outside blades?
yeah, they're kind of so you sharpen them the same with the same tool, and they like do it right down the middle to make each side of the blade. So you're on ice, and that's all. But then the one on the edges for the hockey is rounded, and then the figure is straight, and then rounded with a pick at the tip.
So what inches do you get your ice skates? Because I know like I get 5 1/4 because the person told me that's what fat people should have. I'm not
Is
going to
that
sink
width
into
or length?
when you get the edges cut. So I'm not like cutting into the ice.
Oh.
If I were lighter and I wanted to be
More, yeah, glidey.
Yeah, but he looked at me, he looked at my stomach, he looked at my back, and he was like, "No, we're not gonna play you like that on the ice."
Well, my skates were like hand me downs for my grandma's, and they're like I just like kind of use them the way I'm not supposed to. They're for just like slowly ice skating, so I use them as trick skates. I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't think it is, and they're too big for me too. Like one size too big.
So you're abuela skated? I know that one.
What does that mean?
Abuela.
Oh yeah, my abuelita. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I know some words. I know a hell of words. Do you skate, Kat, or can you skate?
No.
Really?
nah, she's from the Dominican Republic. She plays baseball, bro.
They got it.
I'm from a culture that does sports that is cheap.
No, all right.
You can play baseball with a stick and a rock.
Okay,
Facts.
just a stick and a
Ice
rock.
skating is like, oh, you got money.
Well, it's gotta be cold for one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, you
Yeah.
like the cold. You
Are there
wanna
ice
be-
rinks in the DR?
I know they have one.
Yeah,
They gotta have
you
one.
You have to go to like really nice fancy place,
Indoor.
yeah, an indoor place for sure.
Yeah, that's why I
there's
said
a
one.
mall in Dubai where it's like an indoor skiing place.
Yeah, Dubai is like
Yeah, I believe it.
stupidly
Yeah, so
capitalistic.
My friend went there when he was a kid, and his dad worked on an airport there, and they got really rich. And that was like in 2012-ish, and then he just like went around the world and stuff.
He worked on an airport.
He was like the architect for an airport or something.
Okay, so he designed an airport.
Yeah, he helped design it, helped work on it. Like, I mean, he was there. He had to be there to work on it.
I think he worked at an airport and he was shipping cocaine through that airport. That's how he got rich so fast.
Whatever's clever, you feel me?
That's what it sounds
Hey,
like.
Do what you
that
gotta do.
money, yeah.
Hey, yeah, fuck it.
Whatever it takes to live the American dream.
Boofing and selling it everywhere.
Yeah.
They went to Africa. They went to England.
Transporting it in his ass.
What about selling cocaine in the metaverse? You thought about that?
In the metaverse.
No, I don't really sell drugs anyways. It's not really for me.
But in the metaverse is
The
different.
metaverse, I don't even
The
understand. what
metaverse
that
probably
is.
has better drugs, anyways.
And we
They
can
don't
sell
need
it.
our drugs.
The,
Yeah,
the
they don't
metaverse
need
is
our
like in
petty
the digital
human.
world. Why the fuck would you sell drugs in the digital world? What type of drugs would get you high in the digital world?
You tell me.
It takes Venmo for coke. Like,
I'm just saying we can do that. We can get ahead of the game right now of that field.
You
And we could be the El Chapos of the metaverse.
Okay.
Hey man,
Hey man, he got caught.
They all get caught
Take-
eventually.
hey, take this
Because
3D.
they fly too close to the sun.
No, they either get caught or they become the president, Ronald Reagan. So
Just say no.
yeah, no, you just got to know what deals to make. You got to know when to stop.
Did you ever? Okay, so there's these like articles that came out recently where basically it talks about how like Nancy Reagan was like the blowjob queen of the back in the 70s and 80s.
Oh yeah, I read those. Even though this is a kid-friendly podcast, but yeah, it's all right. Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's all right. We talk about all kinds of
But apparently Nancy
bitches on here.
Apparently Nancy Reagan was a freak. Like,
Apparently, she sucks
yeah.
a mean dick.
yeah,
out.
she's really good at it.
Yeah.
In the 80s, she was already old then.
So
No, she probably had a
Hey.
reputation before then.
no, it's probably when she was like in her 20s. Never mind. Yeah.
And then you know how stupid guys are. Girl does one freaky thing, and then all of a sudden she's known for that shit. This is only
Oh,
one
of course.
time.
Of course,
True.
this
One
is,
time.
Of course, like this is, but we're also talking about decades ago. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
but then everyone keeps asking her to do it, and then she gets really good at it, and then the name kind of suits herself.
yeah, she's the blow goat.
I don't know. I want to officially say I don't know. I don't speak on Nancy Reagan like that. Maybe I'll come
Hey,
next
she
week with
backed
some shit.
herself an actor, so apparently that head must have been phenomenal. You know
No,
what I mean?
no,
Like,
man, don't. Let's not. We're not going to defend Nancy Reagan. either.
Actors will fuck anybody.
I don't know her personally, so I could give a shit.
I mean, she seems nice, but she did like put fuel to the fire on the war of drugs that incarcerated a lot of black men.
Yeah, no, that's very deep.
Yeah.
Well, she just
Hence
and so is
why-
her throat, apparently.
yeah. No,
Well, like if you read enough about first ladies, they all have like a dark past. Like Laura Bush, allegedly.
Are you saying we? We have a. Are you a first lady?
No, I'm saying like first
Like, wait.
ladies.
I guess
like presidential
all
ladies.
Yeah,
first
presidential
ladies,
first
though.
ladies.
why you say allegedly for Laura Bush but not for Nancy Reagan? Maybe she wasn't sucking all
Laura
them
Bush
dicks,
killed the
Well,
guy.
I mean, she's dead. I don't know.
but she allegedly sucked them dicks. Allegedly.
I'm only paraphrasing what all these articles said. So they said.
Oh,
I didn't say it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Laura Bush allegedly.
Yeah, Laura Bush killed a guy.
somebody.
Yeah, with a car.
Yeah, with her car.
Like Bruce Jenner did.
Yeah.
Which no one talks about.
Because Bruce is dead now.
Yeah, she's a strong woman, so we can't.
Bruce died that day in the crash.
I talk about it. I have a tattoo of the whole crash site on my back. That shit is bad.
That's ironic because I have a whole tattoo of the OJ chase on mine.
The white Bronco.
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Them chasing an innocent man. That
Hey
would be-
man, if gloves do not fit, you must have quit.
Yeah, people love it. OJ Simpson. He loves white people way too much to murder two white people.
Yeah, but he was married to.
Nah, man, I
He
think
loves
they
them
went
way
so
too
hard because
much.
one guy was a Jew. You know what I mean? Goldman.
He wouldn't have never done that.
I think he either did it or he has something to do with it because he's way too suspicious.
I don't think anything. He loves being around white people. He moved to Florida.
He loves white money.
He
Like,
he wouldn't hurt. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
that don't mean
He
shit.
would not.
That don't mean shit. So does Bill Cosby.
That's a different. It's a whole different thing. But yeah, but
Sure.
he didn't hurt those people. OJ was framed.
Nah, he was protecting his son. His son actually killed his mom and her lover, and
That's a weird.
that's why the
thing to
gloves
say.
didn't fit because they was his son's gloves.
I heard that too. I don't think
Yeah,
he
that's
did a
a
very
theory.
good job of trying to put the glove on, but like don't you think? But like,
yeah, like he
he did that weird thing. He didn't like.
He just kind of sat his glove on his hand, like, oh, it doesn't fit. See?
No, but
Yeah, it was
he also
stupid.
he like spread his fingers out. And,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
but,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you would normally pinch your fingers.
He didn't
together.
want to. He didn't want to get any germs from that glove. He was like, I didn't do this shit. The murderer probably put this glove on. I don't want to put this
He saw
on.
COVID coming. He was like, "Nah, that's nasty as fuck. It's not mine."
He probably knew the murderer had that glove
Okay, if I
on.
must.
He was like, I'm not putting this glove on.
Yeah.
This is whack. Have y'all seen Dune yet?
Oh, that's a change of subject.
No.
How have you
Say
seen
that.
Dune?
What
I've
is
seen
it?
the original one with directed by David Lynch. But that's about it. I haven't
How
seen
did you feel about it? Did you like it?
The original?
Dune?
Yes.
You ever seen that?
It wasn't very good. It was very long, very, very boring. And I mean, a lot of critics said the same thing, you know, even back then. It was just very long. You didn't understand anything, which I feel like even if you haven't read the source material, you should still be able to like comprehend what was happening. But this movie was just a lot of exposition.
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 Have you guys ever seen Galaxy Quest?
Wait,
love
what
that
is-
movie?
Is that such a good movie?
Wait, what? Who's in that movie?
Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman. It was a kind of like a sci-fi
She
comedy.
named them all.
No,
It was really good.
no, I never seen
Tony
that.
Shalhoub
It
was,
was-
in it too.
It came
right?
out in the 90s.
That's for little kids.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a kids movie.
PG-13 and up, if anything.
Yeah.
No, I only,
PG-13.
Yeah,
Sexual
it had
innuendos.
raunchy enough humor.
I only watch rated R X movies.
It wasn't as raunchy as like that Michael Myers stuff.
I mean, Sigourney Weaver was like still fuckable. Like,
No,
Austin Powers.
Shame on you.
She
Who's-
was a
Sex
bad-
and
Who was
movie.
Sigourney Weaver again?
Alien.
Alien, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ripley.
Yeah.
she's all right.
She's a bad.
Ghostbusters too.
Actually, I loved her in Holes. I had no pun intended, but the Disney movie Holes.
Oh, pause.
Was she the blonde crazy lady?
Yeah.
Oh, because I could never put a face
The
to her
blonde
name.
crazy lady.
Yeah.
She was in Cabin in the Woods as
I'm
well.
tired, Grandpa.
Yeah, as one of the.
You get back
what's
down
the
there and
scientist?
dig for that gold.
Yeah, she was one of the last. She was one of the scientist people telling them like, "Hey, this is a ritual. Like, hey, you guys got to die to
Oh, she was also an
keep these
Avatar.
aliens."
Yeah, she's an Avatar.
Yeah, also in a lab coat in that one too.
Sigourney.
Sigourney. I actually like that name, Sigourney.
Sigourney. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that like Irish or some shit?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna name my daughter
I'm asking
Sigourney.
I don't know. I'm not from Ireland.
There's
No.
this one actress,
Chicago
Saoirse Ronan.
I mean,
Different unless you like,
She's
go
she's
back and-
hella
or if you live in
Irish.
Boston or some shit.
Saoirse.
Yeah, but does she do comedy though? This is more comedy.
No, she does. She does more dramatic movie. She has more dramatic movie roles, like Oscar worthy, basically.
So she's an abusive parent.
No, she's like a.
She's not Mommy Dearest.
She's like a teenager that either gets killed or is going through an existential crisis, or she's in period dramas, or you know.
Who are we talking about? Yeah.
Saoirse Ronan. She's
She
like
just-
she's like an Irish actress.
She just made up an actress.
What
name.
about
Her
A
name-
Walk to Remember?
No,
Now
what
you're
is
just
it?
naming movies.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course I am. I don't know how
No.
to contribute.
What was Mandy Moore in that?
What?
Was Mandy Moore in that?
She says yes.
No. What do you say? You said it.
No, I don't know anything. I just know about the movie. I've seen the movie.
Come on,
Have
in
you guys
comedy,
seen the movie?
in comedy, and in this podcast, you got to be held accountable. Did you see the movie of Walk to Remember?
Yes, I did.
Was Mandy Moore in that?
I don't know who that is, and I think yes, it is because she's shaking her head yes. So I'd say yes.
Was,
Yeah, I'm not helping you anymore.
was Mandy Moore in that though?
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
She was the main. She was the main character. She dies of cancer at the end.
Okay, Megan, have you ever heard the song "Candy"?
Candy, yes.
Who sings that?
Is that I don't know his name right now, but he had got hooked on heroin, right?
Aaron
No,
Carter.
it's
Aaron
a
Carter.
no, it's a song named "Candy" by Mandy Moore.
Well,
Oh, is
first
that
it was
it?
Aaron
Okay.
Carter, and then it was covered by Mandy Moore.
Thank you, because
The
that's the only
same
one I
song?
know is
Yeah.
Aaron Carter. 'Cause
The
that's-
same.
Yeah, but it's actually originally a song from the '60s.
No, so Aaron Carter says, "I'm craving for you. I'm missing you like candy."
Yes.
Oh wait, I thought we were talking about "I Want Candy."
I
No.
want candy.
I'm missing you like candy.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did she not?
Missing you like candy.
Actually, that was a good song.
Mandy Moore, yes. Mandy Moore has a song called "Candy." You should listen to that.
I used to listen
See,
to it.
yes.
I used to listen to it on radio.
I'm
Disney.
missing you like candy. Yeah. Missing you like candy. I play that on
I
Touch
think
too.
that's when I realized I
Show
like white
me who
bitches.
you are. Oh baby. Oh my god. That song slaps. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
exactly. Fucking. Hey, you know what?
It's a banger. Oh,
I've been listening to 90s. I mean, not 90s, but like like early 2000s, like pop music, bro. Like, yo, you can hear like the early 2000s, and it's so funny.
Oh my god.
Like everything I just saying, like bop to it, like music wise, and like hit the same beats and shit. It's
Yeah.
like pretty tight though.
it was.
Remember crumping?
Hell yeah, bro.
Crumping still happens.
Yeah, I said crumping is life, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but crumping
This
was
now?
like
Oh.
Hey, you
everywhere.
know how to crump?
Yeah. No, I wish I was somewhere where it was everywhere.
Yeah, you gotta let out that anger. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was only in a couple places where I was at, but I wish it was somewhere where it was everywhere. Crumping was the shit.
is where it originated.
Yeah, I really wish I lived in Oakland. It seemed like
I
they
mean,
just
you
had a
could move
ball.
there now, bro.
It's too expensive.
In the Bring It On cheerleader movies, one of them. Yeah.
Wait,
All or
we got to
nothing.
correct ourselves. Crumping happened in L.A. and in
was.
Oakland they were getting high fee.
They were crumping in Oakland.
They were
too,
crumping and clowning in Oakland as well.
I might be mistaken.
That happened in L.A.
I know definitely about. I know hyphy definitely.
because I don't want those clowns to come at me again.
Tell
So
me when
it's-
to go.
I've danced. Have you guys ever dance battled? I recently have dance battled before.
I do in the mirror every day.
Every day, but have you ever dance battled an actual person? Because I've danced out.
I'm an actual person unless I'm a vampire.
Okay. Your reflection is not real. You're the only you.
One time I got real high and I thought he was doing some extra shit.
We should bring that back. Dance battle movies
Dude,
from like
it's
the
a
early
good-
2000s, like You Got Served or Bring It On.
Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
happened to that nigga Moose
Who was
Every
Moose?
from
problem that anybody has could just be solved with a dance battle.
Yep,
Like you just
pretty
break out
much.
laughing at that.
Okay.
shit.
Especially if you're a white character with a black character. Oh, racial tension.
Yeah, Moose,
So much racial
Yeah, it
tension that just moves the story along.
Moose was like the curly hair, skinny kid in all the Step Up movies? Yeah.
Step Up?
Oh, Step,
Step
Up.
Up,
I totally
yeah.
forgot about
Yeah,
Step
the
Up.
Step Up.
Okay. Yeah, they
Bring it
totally
on.
whitewashed Stepped Up by the end of it.
Yeah.
Or,
It was terrible.
what was that
Moose.
movie
No, I've seen
with
it.
Julia Stiles? She goes to
Save the Last Dance.
Save the Last Dance. Yes.
What about the other movie with Julia Stiles, the Born Identity?
That's not. Wait a
that
minute.
was
That's not
their
a
movies.
dance movie.
Those fighting moves seem like dance moves. Though.
I mean, it is
Could be.
choreographed.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a dance of sorts.
Anything can be a dance if you try hard enough.
Like
have
sex.
have you ever been in a movie?
You ever fucked off
Me?
rhythm?
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Off rhythm?
No, I thought you said on rhythm. No, yeah, off rhythm. Yeah, you do if you don't like the person. So yeah, so. Have you ever been in a movie?
No.
No.
But nah. I mean, I have friends who have been in like small indie movies, but that's it.
I have friends who've been in extras on like Shameless and Chicago PD.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
but they're not here. I'm talking about
Oh.
y'all. I'm talking.
Oh.
I'm interviewing the people.
Well, I said I
This is
I
my
answered.
biggest
I said-
debut
I said
right
no.
now.
Yeah, my biggest. Yeah, no, my biggest debut was on their shit. And, like, look at us now. This is yeah, but
This is
you
the
know,
most famous I've ever been.
but that's what I'm saying. It all goes. It goes full circle. My first debut was on their shit, so I was on their podcast. Well, she was out of town.
Oh,
Where
yeah,
you were in
he-
prison.
He
Yeah,
co-hosted somewhat. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was a fill-in guest host.
yeah. So I was a guest on their shit, and it was dope. That's all. That's nationwide. You can listen to that on Spotify, folks. It's like the 9/11 podcast.
9/11/2000.
Oh, yeah,
9/11,
that's what we were
2011.
supposed to name drop, but
Yeah, we name dropping it now.
I've been drinking.
It's out there.
Christmas.
Yeah,
No, it's all right. Or it's
9/11/2004 podcast.
Christmas and it's all kinds of shit. It's Hanukkah. It's Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa.
It's everybody's birthday today.
And New Year's is in a few days. Oh my god, I'm excited.
The Western New Year. I celebrate Easter New Year in the springtime.
Oh,
Whatever,
okay.
nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why
So
would
for
you?
a
You
New
mean-
Year's
you mean-
Eve gift, follow
Isn't
their
it-
podcast.
Isn't it just the Chinese? who do
9/11.
The
that?
Chinese and the Thai
2004.
people and like all the Asian cultures.
It's not all of them.
Most of the smart ones.
Oh,
I said it.
Okay, cool.
But it's
What we need to figure out is the Hebrew fucking New Year, bro. I'm trying to
probably in the springtime too.
figure-
Why would you be, just think 400 years ago, why would you be out in the wintertime and just celebrating the new year? Wouldn't you celebrate the new year when flowers start to bloom and the weather starts to change? And you're just like, this is the motherfucking new year.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, but like the calendar goes by the sun, so
That is the Gregorian calendar that
Yeah.
white people put on us, my brother. What is up with this? Dog, what is up?
I've actually had this conversation.
I was not prepared for that shit.
I mean, he's not wrong though.
You gotta be ready, man. What the fuck?
Nigga, if that's the case, bro, then why the fuck is it 2021, nigga? That's
Wait,
2022.
so you're telling me that white people also
Yeah.
colonized time? Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
bro.
No.
What the fuck? The Romans, nigga, they was right. Italian niggas.
White people colonize everything.
I mean, it was a little tan because they're Italian.
Yeah. No, they did some. It wasn't all white people. It was like 3 black people helping them,
Sure.
and that's what fucked over everything.
Whatever.
I mean, but like,
That's why I try not to be that third one.
but shit. Then what year really is it? If we gonna start following this shit?
That
it
fall
don't
back
matter.
and go forward stuff is for y'all.
Hey man, you know what? It's actually fucking. Oh no, I got you.
No.
Oh, it's the year 2 AC after COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Hey,
that's funny. That's a good tagline.
yeah,
It wasn't that bad.
Is that a
I mean,
tag?
It was bad, but
No, I'm saying we're 2 years removed.
well, when I say it wasn't that bad, I mean like I'm thankful we didn't have like a black plague or.
I thought you were going to say a black president. Yeah.
Why can't it be a white plague? Huh?
I mean, you know, like how the Black Plague, like what was it, like 3/4 of the population died in like a few years.
When was the Black Plague?
Monsieur, the plague.
It was like maybe like late 1400s or early.
It was like the
1500s.
Renaissance.
Googling
Or before the Renaissance.
But no, yeah, I wanted to get a real time because usually if you can't remember when it happened, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, we have to have a research person on
Okay, black
Or like the Spanish flu. Or
The Black-
1353.
The Black Plague happened from 1347 to 1351.
Okay, there you go.
Okay,
It was,
not even that long.
Late 13th.
And can we start calling it the African American plague?
There were
4 years.
you walk
A 4-year epidemic?
That
The
mess?
people of
I'm not involved in that. I'm not
but
African American.
I'm all in it.
And an estimated 75 to 200 million deaths estimated from the Afro-Eurasia region.
So basically, they got it from infected fleas who would jump on rats, right? And then like the rats would spread because no one was wiping their ass. People were just throwing their shit or like just shitting on the street, pissing out the window, whatever.
You don't think people were wiping their ass back then?
No one was wiping their ass back then. There was no toilet paper. People were shitting in the streets. It was gross.
I'm
right?
pretty sure the Moors taught them how to wipe their ass. I don't know.
They don't listen.
They,
So it went from fleas to rats, and then the rats spread because of shit on the streets and shit, and then it got to people.
but
and-
some nasty freak human fucked one of the fleas, and that's how it came to the humans.
And isn't
right?
that how
Yeah.
they started doing like some sort of plumbing because they realized that was what was drawing it?
I don't know when plumbing happened.
I think that's
Maybe.
why
I
we
think it
had
happened
plumbing.
way after.
Yeah.
'Cause for-
Or at least like some sort of like system in which they just kept pushing poop into the lake,
Pretty much.
No, it's no. I don't know.
All natural.
I know they got some. I didn't know we were going to talk about plumbing. I would have brought up some plumbing literature, but I didn't do that.
Oh.
But I will next time though. We talked about the medieval shit and everything, and y'all did not see Dune, so you didn't get the homework assignment because I wanted to talk about Dune. I wanted to talk about the spoiler effects of. I wanted to talk about Spider-Man. Everybody's seen Spider-Man already.
Yes, it was great.
Can we talk about Marissa Tomei?
She's hot.
Yeah, still
Is she a baddie?
Is she?
Yeah, she's hot.
Have you seen her in all her baddie movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
My cousin Vinny was the first one I've seen.
Favorite. Yeah.
She was a baddie then too. She's a baddie now.
Oh, she was also Marissa Tomei. She's on fucking Who's the Boss? That's the little girl, huh?
Oh, that little girl.
Yeah.
No,
I
that's
love her.
Alyssa Milano.
That's Alyssa Milano. My
See?
fault.
Yeah.
Get your
My
actresses
fault.
right.
Different white bitch.
Did you
I
see?
apologize.
Did you
White
see
bitches.
this? Who are we talking? We're talking about Tomei.
Yeah.
Have you seen her in a movie called The Wrestler?
Yes.
Oh yeah, wrestlers.
Okay, where she was a stripper.
the
Yes.
Ram Jam, baby.
Okay,
She will die a baddie. That's just it's just It's her
She's
destiny
nice.
now. It's her destiny now. She was born a baddie. She'll die a baddie.
She's probably very polite.
She seems very nice.
Yeah.
Like she has like a very, I don't know. From interviews I've
She's
seen her
kinda
in, she's always
mousy
seems
face.
very nice.
She's not a baddie like Mandy Moore though. Mandy Moore is a baddie.
We're still on the main
What are
She
we?
is.
Are we just comparing like white brunettes? Like
No,
what-
I didn't want to get because I'm at least trying to make it movie related, and then I was going to bring it up to the weirdest movie I've ever seen in my life, and I was going to see have y'all seen it.
Okay, what's
What?
the weirdest movie you've ever seen?
It's called Southland Tales.
Okay.
You've never seen it or heard of it?
No.
It's like a lot of famous people are in it. Like John Lovitz is in it. The Rock is in it. The guy who plays Stifler is in it. Justin Timberlake is in
When
it.
did this come out?
It came out in like 2008. Why don't you Google it, Google man?
Yeah, Google the machine.
What's
Yeah.
it called?
Southland Tales.
I love Stifler.
It's made by the same director that directed this movie that I feel like everybody who's cool has seen it. And I feel like y'all are people that pretend to be cool.
2006.
No, but I am cool.
But listen to this though. It's,
Sci-fi comedy.
hey, wait, before you read it, it's the same director as Donnie Darko. Have y'all seen
Okay.
that?
Yeah, I've seen Donnie
Yeah.
Darko.
Okay, so this had a lot of
Porn actress.
anticipation.
Ambitious.
Director by Richard Kelly.
Troubled policeman. Roland.
Damn, it had a budget of $17 million.
See?
It only made $374,743 at the box office.
It was
I mean,
bad.
the fact that I've never heard of it means it probably wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of known unknowns. You can't,
5.4 out of
Filings
10.
in it.
40% Rotten Tomatoes.
oh, don't believe Rotten
Sherry
Tomatoes.
O'Terry. I
A
know who that
complete
is.
stinker, ladies.
You see how many people are in it
Kevin
though?
Smith.
Look at all
Wally
these people.
Verge in a dystopian Los
Amy
Angeles.
Poehler was in this.
Listen to all these people you're reading.
Yeah.
Like,
Star-studded thing.
Yeah, I know all these actors. Yeah,
Yes, and actresses.
and actresses.
We should see this.
We should.
Oh, Will Sasso wasn't it?
What was that?
Kevin Smith is in this from Jay and Silent
huge.
Bob.
Yeah, it's a lot of people in it.
Wallace
Okay.
Shawn from Princess Bride. Nora
Woody
Dunn.
Harris, bro?
It says here it's 2 hours and 40 minutes. That's too damn long.
John,
Hey, that's how it is for good
love
cinema.
John Larroquette. Oh shit.
That is too damn long.
Justin Timberlake. Mandy Moore.
So John Lovitz is in it. Do you guys remember John Lovitz?
Yeah,
Yes.
Love
yeah.
him.
Do you remember his show, The Critic, the cartoon?
The Critic was hilarious.
It stinks.
Yep.
That was the shit. Have you ever seen The Critic, Megan? That's something you should see.
No, I probably haven't. Is
You
it a
know-
movie or is it a TV show?
No, it's a cartoon
It's
show.
a TV show from the 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, it's a cartoon TV show. It's pretty cool. They made fun of Trump a lot in that too.
Yeah.
What year is it?
It was like
90s.
yeah, maybe like 94 or something like that.
Before you were born.
Yeah.
No, it's still good. It's a lot of cool shit happened before we were born that I go back and look at.
Oh, that was very
I
funny.
just think it's funny they made fun of him, but I realized like he was kind of a celebrity before then
You know
He
what I
was a
like about
celebrity.
John Lovitz?
when I was a baby.
I like John Lovitz because
And
he
before I
kicked
was
because he punched the shit out of
Andy Dick.
Andy Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you hear about that story?
I don't remember, but I know that like a lot of people were pissed off at Andy Dick because he was the last person to hang out with. So this
Phil
is,
Hartman's.
yes, Phil Hartman's wife.
Yes.
Who killed him? So you know Phil Hartman, right?
Yeah.
The comedian.
I know.
He's very
I know
funny.
this story.
Yeah. So he was murdered by his wife, who was very high on coke.
That's why you cannot go to sleep around white women. I'm sorry.
Steven.
Steven sleeps with one eye open.
but yeah, like she was clean. She was clean up until she hung out with Andy Dick, who gave her coke, and then
There's
after.
still no excuse to shoot
well,
him.
hold on. Let me finish. I'm telling the story for
Yeah.
people who don't know about it. So after Andy Dick gave her coke, she got coked out and she shot, her husband. And so John Lovitz, saw Andy Dick, I think, at a comedy club, and allegedly, I don't know if it's true or not, he was kind of like bragging about it or kind of making fun of the situation, and then John Lovitz like punched him in the face, and I love him for that because Andy Dick is a piece of shit.
Yeah. No, I heard that story because I'm a big fan of, I listen to a lot of cool podcasts. That's why I listen to you guys' podcast, and that's why people should listen to this podcast. But I listen to the Godfrey podcast, and he talked about a story where he hosted a microphone because he was talking about how it could be awkward hosting. and he hosted the mic, and then like it's awkward because mother comics come out of nowhere and they're just like put me up, and then you just like, oh shit, okay, this person's famous, I put you up. And so he said Andy Dick came and was like, hey, put me up. And so he didn't think anything of it. He was like, oh shit, it's Andy Dick. And then he let him go up. And then I guess he was just talking and shit. And then John Levis was like, why is he up and all the shit. And then it was an allegedly, they had words afterwards. I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic. You feel kind of bad.
Oh, I hear
the whole situation.
So I am kind of, sometimes I am a basic white bitch, right? I do listen to crime shit, right? So, and there's just so many stories about wives killing their husbands, or
see,
especially women killing their children. Like there's so many stories.
Women kill babies all the time.
Yeah, no, I'm not just babies, but they'll kill their like. It's so crazy how some women will like raise a child for like a decade and then just be like, I'm gonna kill you now. I'm tired of you.
There's been so like in the family annihilator stories I know mostly of, it's like 80% men, but there are like definitely like some stories of women, but it's mostly men, right? And then the women just go missing. And even then when the women go missing, but they're clearly buried in the backyard. And the kids no, but aren't smart enough to articulate it. They'll know that their kids are know what's going on, so they'll try. There's a lot of times they'll try to set their kids on fire in the house, and they'll leave and blame the babysitter or something.
No, I would just buy a little kid a PlayStation 5. That's make you forget. Yeah, that type of shit.
Yeah, PlayStation 5 make kids forget a lot of shit.
I had a joke that would kill in Texas when Kat was just like, it's funny how women will raise a baby for 8 years. You said how many years?
10 years, and then just be like, you know what, you're pissing me off. You're dead.
It's funny how women will raise a baby, will ingest a baby for 3 weeks, and then think they're going to kill it.
Yeah.
Not in this state. And that's pro Texas, baby.
Casey Anthony did it.
Yeah, and she's in prison right now, isn't she?
Nah, she got away with it.
She's free.
Where's she at, in Florida?
Florida, yeah.
That's where the murderers go.
Babies again.
Yeah.
The story, I heard her story. It's so gross.
Yeah, she's free. She has a job. Actually, for whatever reason, I think I was listening to Donald Glover's song where he mentions Casey Anthony.
Why would he do that?
I don't remember. I don't know, but I don't remember the name of the song. But he mentions Casey Anthony, and I was like, I'm gonna look up what she's up to right now. And apparently, she got a job. She has a friend who gave her a job, and she's and they're living together. And she wants to have another baby. She's dating. She's dating again.
Why do we even care about what she's doing?
Because for whatever reason, her case was super huge and controversial. I think because she's a conventionally attractive white woman.
To be fair to her womb worked. She had 3 kids, right?
No, she had 1.
What if she had a baby with O.J. Simpson?
O.J. doesn't stab kids.
Yeah, his kids are still alive.
Well, if she did get pregnant, he had a kid, then he'd stab her, thus saving the child.
Making me happy.
What if Kyle Rittenhouse and O.J. Simpson had a reality show and it was called Life After a Murder Case?
Actually, you know what? Okay,
that'd be quality TV.
There used to be this show on A&E where it would follow the lives of relatives of serial killers, just how the whole thing affected them and whatever. You see John Wayne Gacy's sister and how that affected her after all that shit.
I don't even know who those people are.
That sounds a great show.
The clown guy. He was a serial killer who dressed up as a clown.
Okay.
It's not the serial killers, it's the family members of the serial killers.
Yeah, the family members of the serial killers would, they would be interviewed and
they would stick up for him?
No.
My baby ain't do that.
No,
they're he was weird. He was super off.
The one thing I hate how, it's a lot of white women that watch those shows and support that shit. And they're the people that least likely don't want to be murdered. Why do you watch that?
No, they get murdered the most.
But they don't want to be.
Some of them write letters.
Try to murder a white woman, and she will scream and act like she just don't want it to happen.
What are you talking about? No one wants to be murdered.
I'm just saying, but why do you want to watch a podcast about it all day?
Okay,
you putting it on yourself.
I never said all day.
I listen to them all day. And the reason I do is to prepare myself for my inevitable murder from a stranger. So keep watching, keep listening. I'm putting down tactics. No, I'm putting tactics in my pocket to save myself. Yeah, like, oh, he's told, like, oh, 80% of the people on these podcasts, okay, anyways, 80%, they, like, hide in the closet. So I check my closet, like, every night.
You need to shoot up the closet like Major Payne.
Mm-hmm.
If he's still alive, he ain't happy.
Yeah, he ain't happy.
It's fucking awesome.
See, you need to. You can explore all things. What were you about to say?
What I was gonna say about the Casey Anthony, like, why do we need to know where she is? I'm bringing it back. All right. The reason we don't need to know where she is so we can stay away from her. That's why it's very important.
Okay.
It's just so.
That's
know.
valid. That's the first valid thing you said all night.
Would you let her sign your titties if you ever met her?
Now you're talking.
Would you let her sign your uterus?
I just find it crazy how people like George Zimmerman and Casey Anthony are like walking around living normal lives. Meanwhile, like, innocent people get stabbed all the time, and they're perfectly safe. Like, that's crazy to me. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not like saying that they should or whatever. I don't, whatever.
That's just what you're saying. You're saying you're telling a gang to go get them.
I'm just saying I'm surprised they haven't.
Okay. No, I think people need to take justice. Part of the reason is ignoring these people too. People care about people too. People who mean nothing. Yeah, like people
who means nothing.
What's up?
I said, who means nothing?
Yeah, these people who kill and do bad things, they don't mean anything. We shouldn't be following these people,
I mean, they mean something. They're still people.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't mean anything and they killed, then they wouldn't kill anybody.
All right.
Yeah.
So then, what do you? So now are you defending the murderers now? What are you saying?
Hey man, everybody gets the defense.
There's adjectives to describe people for a reason. That's it. I hope you guys heard me. There's adjectives to describe people for a reason. Like, and they're like, if you mean something, like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah.
How do you describe your meaning? What is your meaning? What's your definition?
You're making stuff. I mean, it's just, you say stuff, it is like fidgety. I hate fidgety people. Okay. That's an adjective.
Yeah, exactly.
Fidgety.
Oh, he's a real fidgety guy.
Yeah.
Awkward, quirky.
Yeah. One time, Steven gave me some money, and it was some fidgety dollars. I didn't trust him.
Okay, you couldn't trust them dollars.
Yeah, it was like they looked like they came out of a copy machine, and they went into a dryer, and then they came to me.
So, I ain't giving a different Steven
for $1.
Different Steven, not this one.
Okay.
My dollar bills are always wet in my pocket.
All right.
So that no one will ever want money from me.
No, that's funny.
Okay.
Well,
couple moist 20s.
You got any change? You got these soaking wet $1 bills.
No, when I was on Steven's podcast, we talked about falconry.
Yeah.
And then I talked about the U.S. forces. Do you know the Air Force has a falconry section? And I follow them on Instagram.
What kind of falcons do they fly?
They look like goshawks. It was like a white goshawk they always show the most.
Nice.
Shout out to them. I know your hawk and everything. Sponsor me. Send the hawk to my house. That'd be cool as fuck. If I'm on a date and then a hawk just comes by, gives me a letter from the U.S. military.
Well, we got your shout out.
That'd be
the
impressed.
Yeah, see?
Some official man right here.
I served in the military. Yeah, it's all right.
So you don't got a hawk or an owl delivering anything to you? Like, what do you got?
Nigga, I didn't graduate from Hogwarts.
No.
Hogwarts.
Speaking of Hogwarts, I was this year's old. Have y'all seen Harry Potter at all?
Yes.
I feel like you have. Does Dominican Republic have Harry Potter? Is it called something else? Do y'all have it? I'm talking to Cat.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying, did they have it down there? Or
Try to guess the name that they call it now.
I mean, like most American movies, most like big budget American movies are played all over the world.
No, okay.
Yeah.
No, so did you like it? Which house would you have been in?
Oh, I took the test years ago when I was in high school.
What test?
You know, like what was it? Pottermore or whatever. Like, there was a website.
Oh, it's on a website.
Yeah, it's called Pottermore, and you can take a quiz, and it'll tell you. It's like an official Harry Potter website, and it'll tell you what house you're in. And I was Hufflepuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess I kind of trust it. Like, I want the real Sorting Hat, or I want J.K. Rowling to put her hand on my head or my balls and tell me where to go. That's the only way I'll believe what house to go to.
Yo, I like how she never answered that question though. Do they call it something else?
I don't. Yeah, y'all keep. I was just gonna let it go, but yeah, it was.
I'm sorry.
But Harry Potter was.
That's what we think it's gonna be called.
But I was gonna let it go. I mean, it's Harry Potter. Maybe it's Harry Potter all over the world, just like Spider-Man. I don't know.
That shit was just funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let them breathe. I don't know.
Anyways, so
Whatever, nigga.
So on the 1st, right? There's gonna be a Harry Potter reunion special.
Yeah, you really dating the show now.
Yeah, she's
Shit.
into this.
I want this show to be timeless. All my shows are timeless, but everybody knows this is the day before Christmas on the 2021. But no, it's all right. Is it a reunion show or just like a real thing? What are they? What is it?
It's like a reunion show. Like almost all the
And
the
J.K.
cast-
Rowling is not invited.
Nah, she's not gonna be there.
Oh, that's whack as hell. Are you serious?
Dead ass.
It's because she's transphobic.
Yeah,
What? That'll get in the way of the music.
she ain't transphobic. She ain't afraid of them niggas.
She transphobic.
think they
It
goofy.
goes way deep.
But that has nothing to do with the entertainment.
Well, I mean, like I guess like they're just trying to focus on the movies, you know. She doesn't to be in.
She's the creator of it, though. I remember.
I mean, okay. Have you seen the Fresh Prince reunion?
Yeah.
Okay, was Quincy Jones there?
Nah,
He's-
because he dead. So he
didn't like that's like a show. He didn't like write everything like
Well,
that. Like it
exactly.
was
Why does J.K. Rowling have to be there?
because she wrote
was the author?
all the like my favorite J.K. Rowling story is how when she was writing one of the books and the character Dobie died and she cried on the train, and then my friend was like, "How come that bitch just didn't rewrite it? Like, why she got to be
She
sad?"
had to kill him, man.
No, she didn't have to do anything. She killed a shit ton of characters.
Yeah.
I mean,
In
but
like
like,
the last 2 books, she killed everybody.
but back to your point. The reason why Quincy Jones was there because he just executively produced it. He didn't make the Fresh Prince.
Whoever wrote it, well, I mean, they weren't there.
She's there, just like R.L. Tolkien is a part of Game of Thrones. You know, you still got to
When
see them.
there's gonna
motherfuckers.
be a Game of Thrones reunion, and there will be.
I don't want to see it.
There's definitely gonna be.
prequel.
There's
It's a
definitely gonna be a
prequel.
reunion.
That's gonna be a
No,
prequel
they
sequence.
canceled the prequel.
Oh, thank God.
What?
Yeah,
Probably shit writing, bro.
from what I've heard. they
What?
canceled it.
House of Dragons?
Yeah.
I wanted to see how the Baratheons came about. They're probably going to show like them splitting off and shit, and be like, well, "We're going to be Baratheons. Fuck y'all."
Wait, did they cancel it? Or maybe I'm thinking of like Amazon's Lord of the Rings. One of those they canceled.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was probably the Lord of the Rings because I thought they were shooting Game of Thrones and everything. No. We're talking about Game of Thrones and everything. Is that something you haven't seen again?
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Okay, then.
It's
So
not.
that's the shit. Did you want to get another beer? Did you want another?
Oh, I don't mind.
All right. Well, I was going to see. I was going to ask. Could you
2
get
weeks
it?
Like,
ago,
me to get
2 weeks ago,
you
Game
one?
of Thrones
Could
prequel series canceled.
I can get one for you.
Okay. Could you? It was me and Steven, though. We're going to split it.
Okay.
Damn it. We're talking about this on the podcast.
Do you want to use my cup or do you want to do cup?
No side
yeah,
conversations. Damn, people are rude.
Yeah, but people, it's going to be
Yeah,
a ginger
that's
beer,
okay.
though. It's a ginger beer.
Ooh, ginger beers. I like my beers like I like my women.
I don't know what that means. Non-alcoholic. I don't know what that means.
Ginger.
But that sucks. They canceled that. Did they shoot anything of that?
Yeah.
It's a lot of movies. It's a lot of movies that have been shot and that like have never been released.
Yeah, I wonder what they do with all that just unreleased footage.
Yeah, I'm
Just
curious
stored
about
all
that.
I don't care about that. I care about how they canceled. There's going to be no season 2 of Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, that's so
And that
bogus.
show was amazing. It had
That shit was cracking.
It got 13 Emmy nominations and it still got canceled. That's crazy to me. I mean, I hear
It was
it's-
too black for them niggas.
Well, I hear
That's what you think?
that it's actually like a dispute behind the scenes.
Word.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like, I don't know. The creator wanted more money or something. I don't know. But
What were they disputing?
I'm not sure. I have to look into it again. But there was like some sort of dispute behind the scenes, and that's why I got.
Probably the subject matter.
Yeah, oh yeah, maybe it's possible.
I don't know. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Racism and magic should not be together.
enough. To me, it was too. It was too much. I feel like some people watch. I just don't like the racial tension like that. So I feel like some white people watch that like a porno. Like, oh, I can. Back in the day, remember we used to be mean like that. That's what I feel like. Some people watch it like that, and I was like, that's kind of whack.
I don't think so. I think it's more like they are. I mean, I think it's more of a, I'm so curious about a subject matter that I don't identify with or understand. So and also there's monsters and fucking vampires and ghosts in this show on top of Jim Crow.
So are we still talking about Game of Thrones?
No, we're talking about. That's funny that you assume both of those are the same thing because the only black people in Game of Thrones were on some bullshit. They were on some bullshit. No, they weren't slaves.
No,
they were
were
on
slaves.
some bullshit.
All the black people in Game of Thrones were slaves.
They were on bullshit, but they weren't slaves. Where were the black slaves?
They were slaves. Like Daenerys, like you know how like she saved a whole fucking class of she's like there was nothing but all the black people were slaves. She saved like a whole race.
So you don't remember the black person that tricked Daenerys? He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna marry you. I got everything. I got it all."
Like one character out of like dozens and dozens and dozens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When people
saw,
I'm naming people who had speaking roles were all on bullshit.
We're talking about like 11 seasons or something like that. Like not what is it? And like maybe 2 black people who
as
actually
a white person
as speaking roles. So yeah, but you as a white person wait till the people of color finish talking and then say something. So you can do that. You got to learn that. But yeah, it was only like all out of 11 years, it was only like 2 speaking roles, and they were like on some bullshit. So yeah, it was on top of the extras that were slaves.
Daenerys having the whole like white savior thing going on, and then at the end, she becomes like a female Hitler. And she kind of just.
But she only murdered white people in Westeros, so.
And children, yeah.
Hey man, fair trade. She saved all the blacks, murdered all the whites.
She wasn't Hitler. She just had to.
That's
she
my
did
queen.
What she had to do.
No, but it came off like a World War II aesthetic. Because remember, like all of a sudden her clothes were black, and she had like these symbols on her clothes.
The Targaryen fucking crest.
Yeah, that was just the dragons let you know who's in town.
But like I'm not saying that she literally was Hitler, but they were giving off like a World War II-esque kind of vibe.
Yeah, she was blitzkrieg in the city where her dragon is like fucking burning shit.
I just think she couldn't. They couldn't handle a woman in power.
I mean, Cersei was doing all right.
Cersei was.
She was
fucking
despised, but like fucking Westeros was. King's Landing was still intact.
The one thing that Cersei did that was a big mistake. She trusted that religious cult.
That's why she blew them niggas up.
No, but she shouldn't have trusted them at all. The one guy was like, if your father was still alive, these people wouldn't be 10 miles within the city. And now your father dies, and now niggas think it's sweet.
Cersei is literally an evil person. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying that's where she played the game wrong. She played the game right. Everything else, every other time she played the game right. She knew how to play. I like those characters know how to play. Even if they're bad characters, I still respect that they know how to play.
No, she was definitely making moves.
Like Stannis. Stannis is one of my favorite characters. He knew how to play.
He fucked up though when he like murdered he sacrificed his daughter. Yeah.
With the Shireen shit, that's where he fucking blew it. But he was doing good every other time. He had honor. I like the way he was but then he wasn't playing around and shit. Like when he sent out all those letters about Jaime Lannister and shit, he was like, Ned Stark had this to his grave. I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna send this to every kingdom.
He did use that like blood magic to kill his brother though. That was kind of bogus.
Yeah, that was okay. That was, I always forget about Renly.
Yeah,
little Renly. What do you think Renly would have did though? Renly would have
not murdered him like fucking with a demon. Then he just like killed him on the battlefield.
No, I mean, but do you think Renly would have fucking Renly couldn't run the 7 kingdoms, man?
Maybe he was kind.
He was kind. That's the way you say it.
I mean, who knows, bro? Like he had followers. I feel like people would have loved him.
You know what I like? I like how bad that girl wanted to be queen. The girl that was with Renly, and then when she was just like, I know you gay. Like I don't even care. You want my brother to come in here? Like I'll turn around and pretend I'm her brother. Like it was like she was like,
yeah, she was trying to play her position.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was she was really like down for the cause, like anything, and I was like, okay,
yeah. What's her name? Fucking. She's from Highgarden.
Yeah, the Highgarden people. They're all right too. I feel like I wish they would have just stayed in Highgarden.
Tully.
Yeah.
No, not the Tullys.
Yeah, it's not the Tullys. That's the
Cat
Stark.
Yeah, Cat Stark's people.
Yeah.
Fuck. I had a brain fart right now.
Yeah. No.
Terrell.
Yes,
Yeah,
the Tyrells.
Yeah.
Yes, and they have a lot of wheats and like precious stuff where they're
Yeah,
at.
they got all the food.
Man, it sucks what happened to them, man.
Hey,
Low
man,
key,
play
I
the-
find Peter Dinklage pretty fuckable. I'm just changing the subject.
No, you don't got to. Don't change.
Always.
You're not about to change it too crazy though. This is but Peter Dinklage, I like him. I like his integrity as an actor.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a lot of actors and actresses don't have that kind of integrity.
He's a small daddy.
Yeah,
He's a tiny dilf. You know?
Correct.
A small daddy.
He's a small daddy. Thank you, tiny daddy. You know.
no, that's good. She's only saying that because she knows that Peter Dinklage listens to the Slider Cast.
I bet you he got that pipe though, bro. Like that nigga's a tripod.
He probably does, or he's probably
Big dick energy from
I don't
her.
know. He has like a certain confidence
Big dick energy.
that he's got that. He's got big dick energy.
Yeah, totally. He's got hella integrity.
Hammer dick energy.
He plays real roles. He's like, I'm not gonna be a little person on some bullshit. Like
'Cause
I'm
I got
gonna
a
be
big
somebody
dick.
doing something. See, I can read.
And he is short enough for it to be his third leg.
Remember him in the X-Men?
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was like a senator. He had no powers. He wasn't doing shit. He was just a regular ass little senator.
He was also in Elf. Remember
Was he
that
really?
shit? Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He was a head, the CEO guy.
Yeah, he was a CEO.
He got choked out because he thought he was an elf. He's like, Santa. He's like, you're an elf. He's like, call me an elf one more time. And he like whooped Buddy's ass. Will Ferrell, remember?
I don't remember that part.
He
Good part.
whooped Buddy's ass because he kept calling him an elf. And
Funniest part.
Okay.
He must be a South Pole elf.
actually, when we were
I remember that line.
we were
Okay.
at the movie theater, we were looking at the movie posters, and I guess Peter Dinklage is gonna start. And he's gonna star in a movie finally. Yeah, he's like the main character of a movie for like. And
He was in I Care a Lot. Was that him?
He wasn't a main character, but yeah, he was one of the characters. I actually didn't like that
I think
movie.
he was.
It ended pretty terribly, in my opinion.
You think so?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
I didn't see that movie, but I remember
absolutely.
hearing about the I Care a Lot movie.
It was very
Yeah.
good.
The
Never
first
heard of it.
half was pretty decent, and then by the second half, it just got terrible.
Yeah, never heard of
It
it.
was more of a statement, I think, on like how people treat elders and stuff.
Oh, it was
and,
like allegory or some shit.
it's how
I
like
want to see that.
when your old people retire and you don't have like a 401k, they're just gonna like send you away. The government takes all your stuff without you saying stuff. So that's why it's like important to like do a lot of paperwork before you get senile. So they were saying she was senile and no one was there to care for for her, while like her son is actually like just on the lam or like pretending to be dead or something and was trying to like
Basically, she would scam. Like this main character would scam old people.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
And
which
then-
is easy to do.
yeah. I mean, like they would be perfectly fine, but then she would get like a doctor who was also a scam artist to write these fake notes saying like this person is incapable of taking care of themselves, so we have to put this person in a home. And she would move these old folks who were totally healthy in a home. Meanwhile, she would like steal all their shit and sell their house
Their
for
house.
like triple the price and keep the profit.
you can drain any funds they have
Yeah,
so they
pretty
can't
much.
even help themselves.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Peter Dinklage is in it because he plays like a bad guy, and he takes revenge on the main character because she ended up doing that to his mother.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
that sounds good.
It's on
Maybe I'll
Netflix
see
if
it.
you want to check it out.
It's a guy from Mindy Project is in it too.
All right, I might check it
Danny
out.
Castellano. I'd love him.
You know,
He
I
does
see.
a
I
very
don't know.
good job
I don't
in
know
that,
any
too.
actors. I don't know a lot of.
That's
names.
not. Yeah, that's his name in the Mindy Project. I don't know his name.
Okay.
His actor.
I like
actor
Mindy.
name.
She seems like she's funny.
Mindy Kaling.
Yeah.
Yes, she's lovely.
I used to follow her on Instagram.
Okay, I think she's worth a follow.
Okay.
But I mean, she's fine. She's doing fine without us. Follow Steven.
No, she's not fine without us.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Get the
Without
fuck outta
us,
here.
you know. But I
She
mean,
needs us.
yeah.
She needs to be on the 9.
Everyone counts.
She needs to be on the 9/11/2004 podcast.
Hell yeah.
And-
Wouldn't she be so lucky to be invited?
I
Yeah.
have no opinions on Mindy Kaling whatsoever.
So if she came on the
think she's-
podcast, you wouldn't have questions for her?
I would do some research for sure.
I think
Okay.
she needed a
Yeah.
bigger role on The Office. Maybe.
It was everybody had a good role on The Office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They all complimented each other. I
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
She just happened to be my favorite.
I mean, it was really like the Steve Carell show up until he left.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He was. I mean, it was him and it was okay. It was him first, and then Dwight, and then Jim and Pam's relationship,
Yes, that's 100%.
and
true.
then everybody else made the show.
The first season, yeah, and then the second season was like definitely more about Jim and Pam.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, what's the one dude's name? Toby. I used to work with a dude who looked exactly like Toby.
Just boring.
a lot of white
Toby.
dudes look like Toby.
Boring?
No, not a lot of white dudes. This dude looked exactly like that guy.
Like curly.
they had the
brown
same face.
hair,
No,
like-
Toby didn't have hair. He was bald.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Toby, the one white dude that like
The
fucking.
HR guy that everyone hated,
yeah.
in the brown suit with the red tie.
He didn't. He looked like he was balding or something like
yeah,
that.
he never really said much. They just fucking shit on him all the time.
Yeah, and then like the one time where he it was like a famous doll he was trying to get, and then Craig Robinson's character said he had the doll, and then he
Yeah.
bought the doll from him, and it was like the black doll.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, see, boring.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I totally forgot he was even on the show.
See, boring. But no, but everybody's got to play their part though. I know I probably look boring to two people in the world, but I'm an interesting ass dude.
I feel like being on The Office is a blessing and a curse. I mean, it was a blessing for Steve Carell and Jim Krasinski, but for everybody else, it's like now their entire career after, like post The Office, still revolves around The Office. There's an Office podcast. People are still doing like cameos.
Yeah.
You know that website where like celebrities can
Yeah.
like do like 30-second videos. For
Yeah,
people.
you got to. Yeah,
Most of the cast from The Office is on Cameo.
I mean, that's dope.
yeah, you got
which is fine, but I'm
you got to
just,
make a little money.
yeah, you gotta make. I'm not shaming anybody for making money, but their career still revolves around like selling Office merch, talking about The Office, making The Office podcast.
I'm about to say something that's kind of mean though.
What?
Some of those people weren't built to be actors in other things.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or that was their one and only role. So fuck it.
Yeah,
That's
to be
totally
you look
fine.
like a
Milk that
bitch
shit
that works
dry.
in the office for 20 years.
Milk
And it's just
it.
like
Milk it.
Milk it till it's sour.
unless it's it's not a lot of
And
parts
even when
for
it's
people
sour,
like
keep
that.
milking that
Yeah,
shit.
and that's totally fine if that's
They're
what
gonna
they want.
eat it.
But if
Facts.
they legitimately want to be like successful actors, then that's kind of.
I mean, if
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
No,
I'm pretty
that
sure
or
everybody that was on that show has a very comfortable life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
If comfort is all you need, then that's great. But if you actually want to be famous, like
Yeah, we need.
like if you
Yeah.
actually want to be a director like Jim Krasinski or win Oscars like
See,
Steve
me and
Carell.
Kat are trying to take over the world. You're talking about being comfortable and shit.
No, I'm
Fuck
talking about
that
them
shit.
people. Yeah,
I'm trying to take over shit.
No, but we
want
may
people to
be,
tremble
but
when
some
we
people
walk in the
don't,
room.
and that's okay.
That's what we
If
need.
everybody want to take over shit, it'd be hard to take over shit.
But also like if
No,
you're-
that's what I'm saying. Everybody don't want to, but just real ass boss ass people like us want to. And it's
Yeah,
up for
I
you
ain't
to
talking
support
about me,
us.
nigga. I'm talking about them.
But if you're gonna be like an actor, right, and you're gonna star on a show on NBC, most of the time you want to become a successful actor. You don't want to just do one show and be comfortable. Like
Malcolm Jamal Warner had a run.
Yeah, he did real good on Ed and Eddie. Wasn't he on Ed and Eddie?
No, it's
no, that was the cartoon on Cartoon Network.
Malcolm and Eddie.
Malcolm and Eddie.
Yeah.
That was so dope.
They
That was a
owned
dope
they owned a
sitcom.
club, I think.
That's why I firmly believe like you have to see positive things when you're a little kid because it's ingrained in you. And then like that's my goal in life. And my
To
goal
be
in
Theo.
my goal in life is to own a building and have a restaurant or a bar at the bottom. And then I was like, that's what Malcolm and Eddie was. Like they was just two black dudes that
Yeah.
lived in an apartment together, and then they owned
They
the
owned
business.
a
building,
business,
yeah.
Yeah, but it was like some people had a connotation like a black comedy and like, oh, them niggas just working there. It was like, no, they own the building. And then like one time Eddie Griffin snapped on a reporter because he was just like, he said something about the show being too silly, and he was just like, about two black business owners. And it was just like, oh shit, like that's what I was
true.
like, oh whoa, yeah, like no, that's what, or like Bob's Burgers. Bob is a similar thing, but Bob's is like a cartoon.
He owns the building and the business.
Well,
as
it's funny, like,
Oh, he doesn't own the building. Mr.
Oh, Mr. Fisher does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fish-
but there's a way of acting like that makes it a cartoon. Like, have you guys ever seen the Dave Chappelle movie?
The Block Party.
No, where they get stoned all day.
Oh,
big-
Half-Baked.
Half-Baked, right? They're kind of like, I feel like everybody in that movie kind of acts like a cartoon. Don't you think?
I mean, well,
they act
Like-
like
I don't know where we're
like
going.
early 2000s stereotypical stoners.
Don't they like fall out a window and not die or something?
No, they
Like,
jump
is-
out and fly.
Yeah,
they're so high.
oh,
no,
okay.
yeah, because
Yeah,
yes,
Wasn't it a
Human
dream
cartoon.
sequence, though?
Jeez,
Yeah, it's like it's cartoonish and it's
you're
depiction.
confusing good comedy with something being ridiculous. That was just good comedy, right?
That movie was ridiculous though, but it was
I
also
just,
great.
but then
comedy.
like the Scream movies are kind of ridiculous too, right? But they're funny. The Scary movies, like Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2, Scary Movie 3. All the characters in there kind of act like cartoon characters.
Yeah, because
I mean,
that's
it's a
a
human-
that's a
it's a
caricature,
parody.
yeah,
Okay.
or parody of something. You got to
Okay.
be rambunctious in the parody.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they do it like Looney Tunes. Like they use a giant hammer and hit over the head, and I get the obnoxiousness in it, but like, it's not. Is it not comedy? You know, like it's still funny, and it's using something we know since Looney Tunes, like since a cartoon.
like an old gag.
And it's like a gag, but it's in real life, so it's like you can just personify it.
I don't get
it's
what
not
it-
as good looking.
But it's just for the viewers. What is your question? What is your question or statement? What are you saying?
Is that it's funny to act like a cartoon character, and it's not like wrong, you know, to pretend to like not die or something. But if it's just unrealistically not funny, you know, like what was so what was so silly about it? Like what's so silly about it?
No, there was nothing silly about it to me, but it was to that reporter or to
Okay.
some people who have ill intentions to say that. But it
Mm-hmm.
was just cool to see people be business owners and have gags going on and stuff like that. But
What
it was
was
just
the
from that
gag?
reporter. Just be silly. Just being silly. Like the whole show was just, you got to be silly. Like one time they hit the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember this episode, Stephen, where they hit the lottery? Have you seen Malcolm and Eddie?
Yeah.
Remember when they
I'm
hit the
trying to
lottery and they thought they were millionaires and they gave everybody that they passed $1, and then when they found out they hit the lottery with 20 other people, and so it was like they were gonna get like 20,000 a piece, and they had to they was like, give me my $1 back.
Oh,
like
yeah.
this is, we ain't rich. Like it was just like goofy shit like that they were doing. Like, you know, it was funny, but it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't comical to me.
I would say-
Okay, so you
I would say it's more down to earth than like a show like Family Matters. Family Matters. At first, it was more realistic,
And then it became a Steve Urkel show.
and then it became ridiculous. Like, do you remember the Halloween special episode
I probably do if you.
where fucking sorry,
Steve.
yes, like Urkel, yeah, he
Yeah.
had like a puppet of
Oh,
him, and the puppet came to life and tried to kill
Jeez.
Carl
Yeah.
Winslow.
Jesus.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, you know what I'm talking, yeah.
No, I don't remember that. I'm glad I don't. I'm
Yeah,
black. I
or-
blocked that out.
or just-
Robo Urkel.
Or
Yeah.
just the fact that like Urkel made a machine to give himself to make himself like a clone of himself.
To be sexy, and that's all you gotta
yeah,
do.
he,
is just-
he gave himself a sexy clone, Stefan
Urkel, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he just turned into him.
Yeah, it went from like being like a realistic show about like a black cop and his family to like Steve Urkel doing crazy things that defy science.
He was an inventor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even as an inventor, you want to be able to bring a puppet to life. I mean, it stopped being like a realistic show and started becoming like kind of very cartoony and quirky, and magic is involved in Family Matters all of a sudden. Like, even Full House never got to that point.
In good old Chicago.
In good old Chicago. Not even Chicago. I think, isn't it like the suburbs of Chicago?
Nah, Chicago.
don't they like get?
It doesn't even look like Chicago.
I mean,
don't know.
don't they? I feel like eventually those shows, like they kind of ran through all the basic, you know, storylines you could do.
It jumped the shark.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
just like kept go. Yeah, there you go. hmm
No.
Just kept pushing and the show. They just kept pushing the show, being like, "Oh, we're still here. We're relevant, right?"
I
When
mean,
it get- when
Urkel
it
was
gets-
the
Keep
best
doing
character, so.
stuff till we're not on anymore.
No,
When
people.
it gets to that point, you have to cancel.
Because like most of those shows are supposed to like do a lesson and like you learn something and like yay, family matters and like we love each other and we're funny, and we make each other laugh and happy. And now you got a feel good lesson out of it. But once you got all the lessons out of the way, it's like, well, we're still here to make you feel good, you know?
I mean, but I feel like how the Fresh Prince never jumped a shark.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was good all the way through.
They had a lot of people in it, though, right?
They had a lot of bullshit going on in
a
there.
lot of storylines to take off with.
It was
right?
the bullshit with the episode with his dad, and
Oh,
they said he
yeah.
was a
Right.
truck driver.
Why
you
you
think
love
he?
me, man?
Do you think
Why
he
you love
parked
me?
He parked that 18-wheeler in that neighborhood?
Oh, that's not jumping the shark.
Where
Jumping the
those
shark
neighborhoods would have been
like-
pissed off.
Jumping the shark would be
Like
like,
Will
if,
turned into fucking
Yeah, like a-
Hancock.
like a-
Big
Yeah,
wraparound driveway,
if
though.
Will Smith or Will turned into like a
Hancock,
wizard
yeah.
and turned
It's a suburb. She probably
like
parked it on the
Ashley
lawn.
into a cat. I don't
Or
know.
he actually became a prince. Like he went to London.
Yeah, he literally like
and literally became the Fresh Prince.
Then at one point, Will had a scholarship to go to state basketball or some shit.
Yeah, he was a Hooper.
Okay, so he was good enough to have a state scholarship, and then he just went to community college.
Yeah, I
still
guess.
not jumping the shark though.
Yeah, that happens.
They were jumping the shark a little bit
No,
in that
not
shit.
really. Jumping
Some
the
people
shark
aren't
has
ready
to
to go to university.
Jumping the shark has to be like something that like imagine watching your favorite TV show and it plays very straightforward and it's very just like serious and dramatic, and all of a sudden like the very next episode, like I don't know, someone literally turns into a bat and flies up someone's asshole. You'd be like, okay, well, what the fuck?
This is Saturday night in Boys Town.
I think Fresh Prince kept a certain level of realism, except when they changed Aunt Viv. That was some. That
Oh
was
yeah,
some BS.
I like how they addressed it though. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it didn't fix anything. It
Yeah,
was
they
still-
didn't address it in the show in a real way.
Yeah, not in a
Yeah.
real way. They chose it in a comedic way.
See,
Yeah.
But man, no, you look different. It's like
I guess I wouldn't really have that much of a problem with the fact that they switched a dark-skinned actress to a light-skinned actress, which is problematic in itself. But I can maybe ignore that if the actress was at least like quirky and funny and strong, like the
Like
the
better.
first.
Yeah, the first one seemed like she had stuff to say.
She had
Yeah,
stuff to
she
say.
was-
She
yeah.
had,
She
was a character, yeah.
she was a very strong character. She was a dancer. She was a good mom.
Yeah.
she can kick your ass if she felt like she had to.
Yeah, like
But
it,
this-
it can be some episodes about her, but the other girl didn't seem like
She
it'll
didn't
be.
have anything.
The other one like smiled just a lot.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
smiled a lot. She had no personality. She was a blank slate.
Yeah,
everyone was,
or
like,
it was
giving
like
lessons.
I feel like you couldn't make a whole episode about her, and I don't think it was a whole episode about the new. You know how like it's a whole episode to follow a character. I don't think you can have a whole episode to follow her. That's funny. You
Like with the first Aunt Viv, right? Do you remember when she started teaching at Will's school as an African American studies teacher?
not right
Maybe
off
it
the
was a
bat.
substitute teacher. I'm not sure, but she started teaching at Will's school, and she was teaching Black history. And Will, like throughout the entire episode, he acted like he knew everything. Like, oh, I read Malcolm X. Like, I don't need to know about this shit. I already know this shit, right? And Aunt Viv just gave him a serious talking to, and was just like, hey, just because you know X, Y, and Z doesn't mean you don't need to pay attention and know your history. And it was
Yeah.
like some really serious shit. I mean, like the show always had like these really serious topics, but when the light-skinned Aunt Viv came in, no offense, she seems nice, but it didn't have serious moments like that anymore. It didn't like sit down and make you
it's
think
about
about
Nikki's christening.
yeah.
Boys and men. You know what I mean?
That's why I really want
Merry
to.
Christmas, good episode.
I don't remember that episode, but that's why.
Were Boys and Men? You remember the Boys and Men episode?
Not really.
Did they sing "I'll make love to you"? to
Nah,
the baby?
So
Nah.
they were supposed to be doing a concert or whatever, and Will was like, "Oh yeah, they're from Philly. I know those dudes. Like, I can get them to sing at the baby. Remember when they had another baby, Nikki, in
Okay.
later seasons?
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I can get him to sing at his christening." And they're like,
Big
"Oh, that'd be
ass
dope,
nigga.
right?" So then he like goes to the studio or whatever, recording. And it's like around Christmas time for Nikki's christening and stuff like that. And then it's like, "Oh yeah, Phil, like this dude stole he stole one of the dude's girlfriends allegedly or some shit."
Okay.
I don't know. It's a good episode. They came
All right.
through at the end, like
No,
very
I'll look
Christmas
it up.
Blue and sang for the people.
I've always thought about making my own platform. That's why I do this podcast.
Yeah,
But I want to have my own show where I can actually show real relationships with people, dark skinned people doing shit, things like that. Have y'all ever thought about making your own show or doing anything like having your own?
like a porno. Yeah,
Okay, that's how. So when it's time for you to make a statement, that's what you say. I got
Yeah.
you. First thing you would
I got
say.
you. Hey.
What would you say, Kat? Is it just a burlesque show or something? What do you?
Like if What would it be like if I?
If you
wanted-
had the chance to have a show or a movie, something that you controlled, what would you do?
What would I do? I would like to make like an homage to like 80s camp horror films. I would do I would bring back like silly puppets and I don't know, just like that. That's kind of what I would go through. I would want that aesthetic of the 80s low budget camp horror movies that uses like real props. It wouldn't be saying anything. It would just be like a fun, silly movie that people could
Evil
enjoy.
Dead?
Yeah, like kind of like an Evil Dead. It wouldn't be like a copy of Evil Dead, but you know, I
It'd
would
be
want
that
to.
Some
type
things
of
are
quality.
outright copy. It just needs to be your
It'd be that.
your stamp on it.
That level
I mean,
of,
like camp horror movies existed before Evil Dead, but Evil Dead perfection. You know, like they were the perfect example of that genre. for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
All right. What would you do, Steven?
Ooh, actually, I would have an all-female cast.
nigga, your name ain't
See,
Steven?
that's a real. That's a real. All right. So all
But
female
would it
80s
pass
cast.
the Bechdel test? That's the question.
The what test?
The Bechdel test.
What is that?
It's like this feminist bench point for like good feminist like works.
We're not doing that.
Yeah,
we're not.
it's
We're
like-
not trying to appease them.
I'm not trying
Is
to.
that what feminism is?
I'm not trying to bring in like a
Like, we don't talk about men.
non-binary, genderqueer, have
Stop.
all these labels.
It's my show. It's not their show.
Yeah. I'm not. We're not even. That's what I'm saying. It's something that you control. You're going to put it out there. You don't need to appease them to make money
I
and
just want a nice
get an
normal
audience.
movie that's fun.
So an 80s movie with an all-female cast. So it's like at an all-girls camp. Okay.
All right, so what I would do is I would do a show that's like kind of like about my hometown and stuff like that. Like just every day.
And where are you from again? So the people
for,
know.
for the people know, Youngstown, Ohio.
Okay.
It's,
Wherever that is.
whatever, bitch.
Oh, shame.
Freaking yeah, it'd be like a I don't know, kind of like I mean, it'd be like a show about like I don't know, just like living in the but it'd be funny and sad and tragic and hilarious and I don't know.
Hilarious things happen in Youngstown, Ohio.
Yeah, and a lot of motherfuckers get shot. So
That's the first thing you said. Is that near where Bone Thugs and Harmony are from?
in Cleveland, yeah, it's an hour, it's like a little over an hour away.
That's an hour away.
Yeah.
That's a world away. It's street terms.
No, it ain't, bro. An hour is an hour, bro. It's also an hour from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yeah, it's like dead in the middle of both of them.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Ohio, Pennsylvania border, but from Ohio. So
I hear Pittsburgh's a real rough and tumble kind of city.
there's a lot of motherfucking hills out that bitch. That's all I'm saying.
That's how you say the
It's in the
hills.
fucking Appalachian Mountains, bro. For real, for real.
I'm not scared of no hill.
And this shit, try to bike up one of them bitches, you be alright.
I ain't trying to bike. I'm trying to have a Subaru. on the
I
hill.
did that
just
shit
go up
once. Never again.
there. Yeah.
That shit was horrible.
I'll kill a mountain lion. Would you, if you can control anything, Megan? Would you own? What would you have? What would you do?
Well, what I do, I don't know. I'm always like, I want to like have my own hotel or something. Like that'd be cool. Or I'd have a variety show if we're gonna go television wise.
Yeah, it's like entertainment wise. Like, would it be like a
Entertainment.
show or a cartoon or something?
I have another thing where I'd put just a camera on my head and I'd just run around Chicago and like just talk to people.
But that's your statement. You wouldn't make a statement. You would just do that. You don't feel like girls like you are underrepresented.
Nigga, that ain't no word.
It is on my podcast, but it's
Unrepresented.
you know what I meant though. The people know what I meant.
Like I feel like redheads with freckles are always the bully girl, or the stereotyped as a bully girl, shy girl. Which I mean, they're not wrong. Like the girl that either gets bullied or is the bully or is the like ugly duckling girl.
You named 3 different types.
Okay, but that's like
There's some
it's not
bitches
that
only one type.
big. All right, you don't think there's more than one type of?
No,
anything
it's some
else?
girls
Like,
that
it's
can
just-
only be one type. You named
I
3.
don't know. Okay, one type. Well, I mean, I feel like that's like that's not. Those are like the worst ways to be a girl and portrayed.
I went to high school with this family named the Bartleys. They were all bullies.
Okay, yeah, that's. The
I'm
worst.
sorry, Jamie. No, they weren't. They weren't bullies, but they
Otherwise, there's the
were. They were
blonde.
imposing though.
Were they gingers?
Yeah, they were. Yes,
What does imposing mean?
they were all like around 6 feet, and they were girls, and all of their names started with J.
Okay. And that imposed on you?
It was
You was
imposing.
scared of a bunch of tall white bitches.
You're just scared of them. That's not their fault.
They could have did something. I don't know.
Could have.
One of them dunked on you. I know it.
Yeah, one was better. Yeah, one for sure was better than me in basketball for sure.
bro.
That was
All that height, she better be for real. For
Yeah, two of them played basketball, but I would say only one was better than me. That's what I would say. Only one.
Yeah, beat by a girl, bro.
No, I didn't get beat by, but you could, you know, how you could just look at somebody hoop and just be like, "Damn, that bitch can get me." She could do it. It was like we didn't even got to
I'm
play.
trash at basketball, so I can't talk shit.
She would do all fundamental shit, and it would just be bad. It would just be.
But
it was like-
I done some chicks on the soccer pitch though, for sure.
They would make me look bad.
Nah.
But I do. I really want
On
to
the
have some.
octagon.
Oh, the
Yeah,
octagon.
yeah.
But the with the project conversation, I really do want to have like some kind of I really wish I had some kind of cartoon.
That'd be dope.
That's my biggest thing. Just a cartoon where I can just have these wacky characters.
You know some niggas that draw?
I feel like we could get it together with the drawing. It's just I don't know what to
No,
draw.
we can't, bro.
Yes, we can. Have you ever seen Time Goes to the Mayor? Has any of y'all ever seen Time Goes to the Mayor?
Oh, I've seen home movies. That's pretty shitty.
Ah, all right,
Yeah.
that's in the same vein.
I
Yeah.
like home movies.
But no, look up
I mean, but the
Time
art
Goes to
style
the
is
Mayor.
terrible.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. We could do a home movies type situation, which is that home movies was great.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen home movies before you say anything? Have you ever seen it?
No.
Really? Home, yeah,
Are
home
you-
movies
are
is
you
funny.
Really, are you really surprised though?
Bro.
Yeah, because
What
she's
is it?
she's hit or miss with cool shit.
Thank you.
She'll-
Mostly missed though so far.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, okay, she's seen that. Oh, she
I
hasn't
get
seen
the
that shit.
idea of what goes on with your stuff if you explain it enough. It's not that hard to understand.
Like this very low budget cartoon.
Okay.
It used to be on Adult Swim back in the day.
Yeah, but it was good. It was low
Is
budget, but
like
it was
Family
very
Guy,
good.
or was it like
Nah,
the
way more
meatball
low.
guy?
See, that's what. No,
Way more low budget than that.
Okay.
Like it looked like an 8-year-old drew that shit.
yeah, but no, an
cute.
8-year-old drew what she's about to talk about. You're looking up Time Goes to the Mayor, and that Time Goes to the Mayor is made by these two guys. A lot of people haven't heard of them. They're called Tim and Eric.
I liked Tim and Eric.
Have you ever heard of
I don't
Tim and
love
Eric,
them.
Megan?
Great job.
Yeah, have you ever heard of Tim and Eric?
No, I'd say no.
Oh, all right. Damn, did Tim and Eric fall off like that? With the young people?
24, bro.
But I'm just
I am
saying, with the young
24 years
people
old.
though,
I
Tim and
don't
Eric. I
look
thought
up
Tim and
to
Eric would always be doing
it's
shit.
niche enough.
She was like from our era, bro. She was watching different shit.
But Tim and Eric kept making
I'm gonna
different
kill
shit.
it when I'm 30, and I'm gonna make fun of them for not knowing anything, and it's gonna be really good for my self-esteem.
Well, first of all, I'm not trying to make fun of you for anything.
No,
I'm
I
just
know,
trying
it's
to.
okay.
Yeah, I just want to make this a relevant thing.
yeah, no, you guys are great. I'm sure whoever's listening knows exactly what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, no,
God
all
willing.
those people do.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, I was just trying to get you engaged and see
Thank
if you
you.
knew about it.
Well, that's very thoughtful of you.
Yeah, because that's
Mm-hmm.
the purpose of this.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I would totally
Okay.
chime in if I did.
But Tim and Eric, one of their first shows on Comedy Central was called Time Goes to the Mayor, and you could tell the animation was done on loose leaf paper.
Okay.
But then they just had funny voices and did funny stuff, and it was successful.
Yeah, it's more of the ideas that you portray, right? Or like the comedy you do sometimes. And like art is either the main thing or it's the passing thing, right? Because it's like, it's more of the ideas that you're trying to get across.
I don't think I would have a cartoon on Adult Swim. I mean, Adult Swim is great, but they also it's still network television.
It doesn't have to be on a. Well,
So
I
you
guess
still
it
have
was.
to like censor yourself a lot.
So you would just have a cartoon and have it on Patreon.
No, that's too. If I have enough of a fan base, sure, but I would rather it be on like Netflix or something, because like Netflix has actually been really good at the animation department. Like F is for Family was great. They BoJack Horseman was great. They've had like really successful shows, like animated shows on Netflix.
So you wouldn't make a cat network.
I like Archer.
Not yet.
Okay.
I would want to like increase my fan base as much as possible before I go off and do my own thing.
All right.
Yeah.
I smell that. All right. Well, then, were you about to say something important, Steven, after you got done eating? Doing what you were doing?
Yeah, what do you do? Oh, you ate some pizza?
Yeah,
Oh,
had
we
a
weren't going
couple
to tell
rights.
anybody because we don't want the fans to know that we eat.
Nah, yeah, I had to do it off air.
Yeah, but no, it's because I feel like it's almost time for that bedtime. So then I was going to say everybody plug themselves, and if they got any upcoming projects. Do you have any upcoming projects, Megan? Do you have any upcoming projects coming out? Are you still doing comedy? Do you want to promote your comedy? What's going on?
I can't promote it, but like come to Chicago and see me.
That is a
around.
promotion.
Thank you.
That's
Great.
100% a promotion.
I'm bringing back some old jokes that I've remembered, and I like them a lot. And they don't say anything important.
That's so
yeah,
funny.
but they're very fun for me, and they kind of are ridiculous. So if you like ridiculousness,
I've literally thought about that, bringing back an oldie but goodie joke I've had.
okay.
So yeah. So what about for you, Steven? Anything coming up? Anything you plugging? Anything? Plug yourself.
Nah, stop by Lake Street Barbers if you need a haircut, because that's where I do my day jobbing. And I'm just hitting open mics around Chicago until somebody book my black ass. That'd be dope. Really would appreciate it. You can also follow me again on Instagram at Steven the Comic. That's Steven with a V and all one word. So yeah, that's what's up.
Then what about for you, Kat? Are you what are you on? I like how you almost passed the mic. I like that. You're a team player. You're a team player in this
Try
bitch.
to.
Let's see. Follow us on Spotify. Our podcast 9/11/2004. You will listen to us talk about a lot of bullshit.
That's fine.
It's the same thing also on SoundCloud, and yeah, you can hear this voice all the time. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, no, that is great. I know it's going to be a lot of people that want to hear that voice, especially a lot of truck drivers.
Honk, honk.
Yep, they really want to do that. And then I am DJ Sliderbite, and you can find me at DJ Sliderbite on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and what's the other thing that people use? TikTok. I'm a ticker.
Tiki-taki.
So I'm on there as DJ Sliderbite as well. I'm on PlayStation Network as DJ Sliderbiter, DJ Sliderbite, and I'm about to be on OnlyFans as DJ Sliderbite. So follow me on that, all right?
Get
and
it.
then y'all have a great night, all right? Peace out.